Can't fit in my toque.
Hello and welcome to the first episode of coverage of the 2024 PRP GT-R Challenge. This year marks 15 years of GT-R Challenge, and after all this time, the tradition of going quicker and faster every year continued, with the records broken for ET and miles per hour, as well as new records for R35 and H pattern. This year saw Matook's racing return, and the action is as wild as you would expect when Australia's top GT-R tuning shops come together once a year to conquer Cootamundra Airport's runway. Of note this year is that out of the 24 GTRs that went down the runway, 20 of them ran in the 8-second zone. Incredible stuff. In this episode of coverage, we're checking out the top 10 GTRs for 2024. You can see most of them for yourself at PRP GT-R Festival at Sydney Dragway on May 24th and 25th. Let's check them out.
In 10th place was Edgar, owner of event sponsor Pereira Motorsport, in his personal R34 Skyline GTR. The outside is clean with a Z-Tune front bumper, carbon side skirt extensions and 15-inch Buddy Club wheels wrapped in drag radials. Inside there is Nismo seat covers, Motec C127 digital dash replacing the MFD and a carbon steering wheel. The engine bay is the centrepiece. Dry sumped RB30 block with Nitto 3.2 litre wide journal stroker kit and a race ported head has a ProMod 91mm hanging off a 6-boost manifold, blowing through a Hypertune intercooler and into a Hypertune V2 inlet manifold with dual fuel rails. There's a Hypertune radiator, Bosch drive-by-wire throttle, PRP IGN1 coils and a Haltech Nexus R5 ECU to make 1500 horsepower through a turbo 400 transmission. In 9th place, another car from Pereira Motorsport, the Midnight Purple R33 GTR driven by Mark, a veteran combo at GT-R Challenge. Dry sumped RB30 block with their own custom stroker kit and race ported head package now has a new turbo setup with a custom Turbo 1 exhaust manifold hanging the 8894 turbo underneath. It blows through a Plasma Man intercooler into a Hypertune V2 inlet with Bosch drive-by-wire throttle and dual fuel rails. Kelford Cams adjustable cam gears, PRP R35 coil kit, Haltech Nexus R5 ECU, all good for over 1300 horsepower, sent through a turbo 400 transmission to 15-inch Buddy Club wheels wrapped in Raiden Hero drag radials.
Last event I did 866 at 168 mile. I'll be coming to GT-R Festival. We will be there and we'll give it a good go.
Hey guys, Umair Minhas. Behind me is my R34 GTR, Series 3 1997. It's built and tuned by the boys at B2R Motorsport. It's my third time at Coota. I love coming back here, it's a great event. I think the favourite part for me is just the atmosphere. Everyone comes down, all the boys with their cars come down, all the workshops come down, so it's always a fun weekend away. The car last year went 8.799, hoping to go a bit better. I'd love to do an 8.5 here if I could. Hasn't gone to the track yet, so this is really the only quarter mile racing I do.
Umair's R33 is a regular at Roll Racing Sydney events and Cootamundra Airport, and somehow manages to fly under the radar until it pops up at the pointy end. He did the same again at this year's PRP GT-R Challenge, finishing in 8th place. A Series 3 in Midnight Purple already looks pretty good. The rear wing was removed in the quest for more mile per hour and less weight, and 15-inch Rays engineering wheels also shed some weight and allow a 15-inch drag radial. Under the hood is an RB30 billet block built by B2R Motorsport with one of their head packages. The Precision 8085 sits on a 6-boost exhaust manifold with TurboSmart external wastegate and blows through a Plasma Man intercooler into a Plasma Man inlet manifold. PRP trigger kit and R35 coil kit run by Link ECU makes around 1200 horsepower through a Turbo 400 transmission. It's a pretty straightforward setup, but it works.
Bro, first pass, how'd I go?
That was an 869, bro, so
wow.
PB for you.
Good stuff.
And your burnout perfectly prepped the track. It's now sticky, so
good.
Everyone can come and thank you for that one.
Perfect. That's time done.
After setting another PB of 868, the boys from B2R turned the power up in the lower gears, but maybe turned it up a little bit too much. The car split an oil line when it hit the centre reflectors and damaged the front bumper, but the guys patched it up and raced again on day 2.
Well, after your 8.6, I told everyone that's some of the best driving I've ever seen anyone do.
Yeah.
And you turned it up a little bit after that, right?
Yeah. I held that big red button. And it didn't work out very well, but...
I've got to say, the guys from B2R and the fact that you guys wanted to get it fixed, get it ready and come out again, the guys from PRP have decided to give you a PRP choice for this year, man.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, guys. The boys did an awesome job. They dropped everything, got all the stuff together from Sydney, brought it down. Morning after, we actually had a spare bar too, so we were about to put a bar on, but they just said, just tape it up, send it. And then we had the lines going and Navy chucked it on, we were up and running. So.
Okay, I'm going to do this. Do you want a headlight duct?
I do want a headlight.
I've got a fiberglass one in stock. You can take that right now, free of charge as a gift. What do you reckon?
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
Done, man. Awesome. Well done.
Thanks, Hawkins. Cheers. Great event. Thank
Cheers.
you.
How do I start this? What do I say again? Cut! Can't fit in my tooth. My name is Ibn Naja, and this is my 1994 R32 GTR built by Matooks Racing. This is my 3rd year at Coota. Love coming to this place, the vibe is cool. Hanging out with the boys, having a barbecue, racing, talk. The first time I came to Coota, had a small package, 2.7 litre, making about 800-900 horsepower. Got my ass kicked, but I had fun. So I upgraded to a 3.2 the next year, went a bit faster, I think it was like a 9.0 or something. Missed a few events after that, you know, building the car. But now we're making good power, so we're ready to go. Third year, coming here and looking forward to it.
Ibby's RH7 is a proven 7-second street car at the track and has dominated every Sydney roll racing event it has attended. It's not only well set up and fast, the car looks amazing, with a custom retrimmed interior by Concept Garage with carbon seats, roll cage and Motec digital dash. There is so many little custom touches you find. It's the same on the outside, such as the Concept Garage one-piece drag front bumper, which deletes all the side vents for better aero, but Ibby had fake vents airbrushed on so it looks factory. There is side skirt extensions and 15-inch Bellac billet wheels wrapped in drag radials, as well as an N1 rear wing. We'll also notice the V-Spec 2 badge. The engine bay also has a lot of little touches, such as being smooth and many holes filled up, and the red and Matux highlights throughout. The engine is still a cast RB30 block with Nitto 3.2 litre stroker and a dry sump with a Matux Racing race-ported head on top. The turbo is a Precision 8891 on a custom exhaust manifold with Turbo Smart external wastegate, Plasmaman intercooler, Hypertune dual fuel rail inlet manifold, and a Haltech Nexus R5 ECU gives the car over 1,600 horsepower transferred through an Hour's Race Glide's Turbo 400 transmission. The combination obviously works, as his very first pass with the new setup was an 876.
Hi, my name's Nathan Young. Behind me is my 2008 Nissan GTR Apex. This is my second time to Cootamundra. Enjoy hanging out with the Precision guys. It's a little bit of a challenge at the start. Got another 100 horsepower out of it, so we'll see what that does. Trying to get down into the 840 second range and get that GTR record. This car's got the record for the highest miles per hour, but we want the fastest time.
Nathan's car runs the tried and proven Precision Racing PR16 package. Built motor is now 4.1 litres and uses twin Precision 68mm turbochargers, Precision Racing intercoolers, Turbo Smart blow-off valves and external wastegates, and a Boost Logic inlet manifold with extra fuel rail. Upgraded fuel system and PR Motec package controls the show, and the transmission has been upgraded to PR16 specification as well. Exterior-wise, it has facelift bumpers and billet beadlock wheels with drag radials. And inside is stock except for the Motec digital dash.
Hey everyone, I'm Romanos and I've got my R34 GTR, aka RHM, and I like to go fast. For me, it's a real driver's car. You like that one, Tony? That was for you, Tony. So the car was built pretty much for roll racing. We do take it drag racing every now and then. Last year at GTR Festival, we did an 8.2. Last year for GTR Challenge, we broke the manual record and we got an 8.6 down. This year we're a little bit quicker, a little bit more power. We made a few more little tweaks to the car, nothing major. Yeah, we should be a little bit quicker, hopefully.
Since last year, RHM has been teched to go drag racing with the fitment of a roll cage. While he was at it, Romanos gave the car some cosmetic upgrades with Mind's rear boot lip spoiler, carbon rear wing, carbon mirrors and Z-Tune style bonnet, all finished with a shade of green. There is Z-Tune front guards and rear fender flares, S-Tune style front bumper, motive headlight duct, and RHM runs 18-inch Nismo wheels wrapped in Raiden Hero drag radials. Inside, the carbon seats have also copped the shade of green, and there is a Motec digital dash instead of the MFD, as well as a Nismo 320 km/h speedo and Mind steering wheel. Tying the look into the engine bay is the carbon air guide with the same shade of green, but the billet RB30 is the centerpiece with a 3.4 litre Cali stroker crank, ported head, and Ross dry sump with Ross cam covers. The turbo is a Precision Pro mod, huge for a manual GTR. On a 6-boost exhaust manifold with Turbo Smart external wastegate, and blows through a Plasmaman intercooler into a Plasmaman inlet manifold. B2R have tuned the Link ECU to 1550 horsepower for Cootamundra, although more is available at the drag strip, and that power transfers through a direct clutch services twin plate to an Albin's 6-speed sequential transmission, and there is a Hollinger rear differential. Romanos had an oil line split, which put him out for much of the day, but he only needed 2 runs to get the job done as the quickest manual GTR for 2024.
Romanos, look at you again, mate. Quickest 3-litre block manual GTR. You've still got the record. You're still number 1, mate.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thanks to the guys at B2R.
What's left to come with this car, mate? That's what I got to ask.
Sevens at GTR Festival. That's next.
That's all we need to know. Yeah, boy.
Oh, man.
My name is Bill Musa. I've got the 1990 model GTR R32. It's a Nismo, build 63 out of 560, built by B2R. It's my first time to Cootamundra. I heard about Coota through my mates for the workshop at B2R, and I've been watching it on YouTube all for the last few months, and it's been pretty exciting. I can't wait to see what the day brings. My personal goals today is to run at 8.5. Yeah, the boys told me that it's going to be pretty hard to put the power down. We need to do a few runs, a few passes, just to tame it down a bit and see what happens.
Bill has shown what the car is made of at Sydney Roll Racing, but it was not only his first time at Cootamundra, but his first time drag racing. He's a fast learner though. It has a billet RB30 stroked to 3.2 litres with Kelford valve train components in the ported head. It runs a Ross dry sump and trigger kit, and there is a Precision 8685 turbocharger on a 6-boost manifold with a Turbo Smart external wastegate. Plasmaman intercooler and inlet manifold get boosted air into the engine, and electronics comprise of R35 coil kit and Link G4X ECU. There's also some nitrous for good measure. B2R tuned the car to over 1300 horsepower, which goes through a turbo 400 transmission. On the outside, being a Nismo model means it has N1 vents, bonnet lip and boot lip spoiler, and it has 17-inch Enkei RPF1s wrapped in drag radials and a motive headlight duct feeding cool air to the turbo. The interior has had a custom retrim, and there is a digital dash and keypad. Overall, it's a killer setup. 17-inch wheels, air conditioning and a comfortable interior makes it a true street car.
How's it feel to be in the lead this weekend, man?
Right, feels awesome, man.
Right up the leaderboard.
Thank you very much.
So good. True street car, aircon, 17's the lot.
Got the lot. Thank you very much,
Awesome,
bro. Appreciate it, matey. Thanks, bro.
At the time of his best run, Bill was actually leading the 2024 PRP GT-R Challenge, but he was unable to go any quicker, but managed to hold on to 4th spot. Super impressive stuff for his first time drag racing and first time at Cootamundra.
Hi, my name's Yanni. This is my 2011 Nissan R34 GTR, built by Croydon Racing Developments. So I've been to Cooter plenty of times, but this is my first time racing this setup. I would definitely like to achieve somewhere around the mid-8s. The car's obviously capable of it. It's just getting the setup right.
Yanni has raced his car before on a stock engine setup going into the 9s. This new setup, though, is much, much bigger. An AMS billet 4.3 stroker with ported heads has 2 Precision 7675 turbochargers hanging off it. To fit in the factory location, it required notching of the chassis rails. AMS intercooler, AMS carbon intake, and AMS throttle bodies feed 40 psi of boost to the engine to make over 1500 horsepower thanks to the Motec M150 package installed and tuned by Croydon Racing Developments. The GR6 DCT transmission has been beefed up with PPG gears and uprated, well, everything. Inside there's a roll cage, carbon seats and Motec digital dash. On the outside there is a carbon bonnet, front lip, boot lid and wing to save some weight, and the green detailing continues onto the brakes, which is surrounded by AMS billet wheels. 18s up the front and 15s at the back with a small brake kit. It only took Yanni a couple of full passes to get the car dialed in on the Cootamundra Airport street surface.
R35 record. Well done.
Cheers, mate. First time, second full pass.
Not bad, huh?
It's about second pass. Well done.
Yeah, that's Lance Warren had the record for a little while. He just pipped him, like I think 100th or something. So.
Winning's winning.
Hello, Yanni.
Hello,
How long have you been waiting for me to walk over and say congratulations? You're the quickest R35 GTR ever at Cootamundra.
I've been waiting a long time, but actually 2 passes.
Yeah. You know what else? You're also the quickest GTR so far today, period. So currently in the #1 spot for the weekend for GTR Challenge.
I didn't know the mile an hour.
My name's Aaron Stubbs, and what else was I supposed to say?
I'm the owner of this.
Hi everyone, my name's Aaron Stubbs, and behind me is my 1994 R32 GTR Skyline. It's my 3rd time to Cootamundra. The best thing I like about Coota is hanging out with the boys and most of all racing the cars. Racing the cars here is mental. Trying to put power down is probably the biggest issue, but it's fun. The goals for this weekend is to go fast. Hopefully creep into the 9s.
Aaron Stubbs' car has gone 6.9 at over 200 miles per hour at the track. The car had a full exhaust put back on and ethanol put into the tank to meet the true street GTR regulations, but it still has the ability to make over 1900 horsepower. Taming that, though, would be a whole nother issue. The billet RB30 with Nitto 3.2 stroker, Matuk's race-ported head and dry sump system sits in a smooth and detailed engine bay. Precision Pro Mod turbocharger sits on a 6-boost exhaust manifold with Turbo Smart external wastegate and blows through a Plasma Man intercooler into a Hypertune inlet manifold. Howtech Nexus R5 controls the show, and there's a PRP mechanical fuel pump kit and trigger kit, and some nitrous. An Owls Race Glide Turbo 400 sends the power to upgraded LSDs. The exterior is as neat as the interior with N1 boot lip spoiler, N1 rear pods and spats, and side skirt extensions. Up front, there's an N1 bonnet lip, motive headlight duct to feed cool air to the turbo, and a concept garage drag front bumper with some vents airbrushed back on. The wheels are 15-inch billet World Racing items wrapped in drag radials. The interior has had a custom retrim with Motec digital dash with graphics to mimic the R32 cluster. GTR Weapon really does have the looks, quality finish and style to match its mega performance as one of only 5 6-second Skyline GTRs.
Accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method.
The quickest GTR at the 2024 PRP GT-R Challenge and new record holder was Eugene's R32 from Matuk's Racing.
Hi everyone, my name is Eugene Gro. I brought with me R32 GTR, King built by Matuk's. First time to Coota, came here to enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the cars, racing, hang out with people, good weather, good vibes. So I've done the roll racing once, won the event. Want to come out and see what the car does on a unprepped track.
The exterior is clean with N1 rear spats and pods and a concept garage drag front bumper and N1 bonnet lip. There is 15-inch World Racing wheels wrapped in drag radials. The interior has been re-trimmed and has carbon seats and a digital dash. The engine bay is another masterpiece with Bullet Race Engineering billet RB30 block with Nitto Performance Engineering 3.2 stroker, Matux Racing race-ported head and a dry sump setup. A Precision 8891 turbo sits on a Hypertune exhaust manifold with Turbo Smart external wastegate. There's a Hypertune intercooler and inlet manifold to deliver boost to the engine, and there's a PRP mechanical fuel pump kit and trigger kit and R35 coils, all controlled by a Haltech Nexus R5 ECU. Eugene's car uses an Hours Race Glide's 2-speed power glide to hold over 1,500 horsepower. It took a few passes on day one to get the car sorted out, but by the middle of day two was running consistent mid-8s on the way to setting a new GTR Challenge record.
Wow.
You're back. Quickest GTR 2024 GTR Challenge winner.
Thanks, mate.
Quickest outright with the GTR, mate. You are the #1 GTR here once again. Yeah.
Doesn't matter how much time we have off. Because remember one thing, when it comes to GTRs and Cootamundra, no one's going to with us.
I got that dog in me, yeah. Turn me up. Big energy, got the crowd going.
Here are your top 10 for the 2024 PRP GTR Challenge.
I don't need the one, no, I got that dog in me, yeah. I'm talking all bite, no bark. I could rip your squad up. I got that.
And this is how the top 10 outright leaderboard now looks after a big shake-up. A new ET record, mile per hour record and R35 record by 3 different workshops is amazing stuff. We have plenty of coverage left to come from Cootamundra with the remaining GTRs, Tuner's Edge drag battle coverage and the Cars from Japan Ultimate Tuner Car competition. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. See you then.
That's all that I do. I got that dog in me, yeah. Turn me up.